Hi, little learners. Welcome to our colorful ABC adventure. Today we'll meet some fun alphabet friends and learn their letters together. Can you say them with me? Look, here comes the letter A. A looks like a tall apple tree with bright red apples. A is for apple. Can you say A, apple? Seeing A like an apple tree helps us remember the letter A. Isn't that fun? Look, here comes the letter B. B is bouncing like a big balloon. B is for balloon. Can you say B, balloon? Seeing B bounce like a balloon helps us remember the letter B easily. Here comes the letter C. C curves like a smiling moon in the sky. C is for C, like crescent or cookie. Can you say C, crescent? Look, our new letters are already here in the colorful classroom, ready to play and learn with us. We can also see the letters doing fun actions. Moving, bouncing, and playing helps us remember them even better. Look, here comes the letter D. D is beating a drum, making a fun bouncy sound. D is for drum. Can you say D, drum? When we see D playing the drum, it helps us remember the letter D. Here comes the letter E. E is building with colorful blocks, stacking them high and tall. E is for E, like E for erect or E for elephant. Look, here comes the letter F. F is flying across the room like a bright, happy kite. F is for F, like F for fly or F for fox. Now it's time to meet some more letters. In this fun part, our new alphabet friends move, jump, and play so we can learn them while having lots of fun. Look, here comes the letter G. G is rolling on the floor like a giggling little ball. G is for G, like G for giggly or G for goat. Here comes the letter H. H is standing tall and strong like a little ladder. H is for H, like H for house or H for hop. Look, here comes the letter I. I is shining bright like a little glowing candle. I is for I, like I for ice or I for igloo. Look, here comes the letter J. J is jumping up and down like a happy jelly bean. J is for J, like J for jump or J for jam. Wow, look at our alphabet parade outside. All the letters are joining in, and each one is doing something fun and special. Let's watch them play and move together. Here comes the letter K. K is flying a bright, colorful kite high in the sky. K is for K, like K for kite. Look, here comes the letter L. L is licking a big, colorful lollipop. L is for L, like L for lollipop. Look, here comes the letter M. M is shaped like tall, pointy mountains. M is for M, like M for mountain. And here's the letter N. N looks like a colorful rainbow bridge. N is for N, like N for rainbow or nest. The alphabet parade keeps going. More letters are joining in, and each one has its own fun action or shape. Let's watch and learn them together. Look, here comes the letter O. O is rolling along like a happy little ball. O is for O, like O for orange or O for orbit. Look, here comes the letter P. P is popping popcorn up and down. P is for P, like P for popcorn. Look, here comes the letter Q. Q is wearing a shiny little crown. Q is for Q, like queen or quilt. And here's the letter R. R is riding a speedy scooter across the playground. R is for R, like rocket or race. Hooray! The alphabet parade is almost finished. Now the last letters are coming, and they each have their own fun actions to help us remember them. Look, here comes the letter S. S is wiggling like a happy little snake. S is for S, like snake or sun. Seeing S wiggle like a snake helps us remember the letter S. Here comes the letter T. T is standing tall and strong like a tree. T is for T, like tree or tiger. Seeing T stand tall like a tree helps us remember the letter T. Now it's time for the last letters of the alphabet. Each one has its own fun look and special action to help us remember them easily. Look, here comes the letter U. U is shaped like a little cup. U is for U, like U for umbrella or U for cup. Letter V is depicted as bird wings, illustrating its form through a familiar natural element. Look, here comes the letter W. W is moving like gentle ocean waves. W is for W, like W for water or wave. Look, here comes the letter X. X is shining bright like hidden treasure. X is for X, like X for xylophone or X marks the spot. Look, here comes the letter Y. Y is holding a bright twinkling star. Y is for Y, like Y for yellow or Y for star. And here's the letter Z. Z is zigzagging playfully across the sky. Z is for Z, like Z for zigzag or zebra. Hooray! Now all the letters from A to Z are together in a big, colorful circle. Let's look at them, sing their names, and celebrate our alphabet adventure. Seeing all the letters together like this helps us remember the whole alphabet from A to Z. Now we can see how every letter fits and works together. Wow, look at all the letters dancing together. They're moving, twirling, and bouncing in a fun alphabet dance. Can you dance along with them? Hooray! Our alphabet adventure is complete. Seeing all the letters together and dancing helps us remember every letter from A to Z.